Hello and welcome back to Heads Will Roll Reforged, and well, we're here, as I said I would be. We're in Chapter 3 right now, as far as I remember, and these are my stats. As you can see, my vitality is absolutely terrible because I have gotten pretty unlucky with the toxic trait, and it seems to be activating a lot more than it potentially should be, but you know, that's just how it goes. It doesn't really matter too much. I can level this up pretty easily, and we haven't really needed to do much with it. Now, a very cool thing, the skull ring. Like it says here, critical strikes are always lethal. If you haven't ever used this, or you haven't seen anyone use it, or you don't know about it, this is probably one of the strongest trinkets in the whole game, actually. If you can critically hit and you're against a boss, you will kill that boss instantaneously. And so as a result, I was able to kill the shield wall. I killed the shield wall in one hit. And you know how much HP that has. It has 150 HP. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. Otherwise, apart from that, I obviously have a personal wagon here. I've got the oath and everything. Got some random stuff in the chest. When I'm not on screen, I literally just stuff random things in the chest, which is probably not even the greatest thing to do. But it doesn't matter, because all we need to do now is go to the French camp, and we're gonna be fighting a little bit. And yeah, we're gonna see what happens. So obviously, this is a high virtue build, and I'm primarily doing that because I want to see if I might be able to, well, one thing leads to another. Maybe what we can do is get the sword at Lindisfarne if we actually get through to the noble route, which I'm kind of hoping we will be able to. And once we do that, then we can switch sides and we can maybe join, you know, Count Canterbury and see what happens there, because obviously the last time we did that, we died due to, I don't even remember what we died to now, which is kind of bad because I've been going to the desert so many times. But anyway, doesn't really matter too much. Okay, so obviously what's really cool about this spear, you haven't seen this in action yet, so I'm going to explain very, very briefly here. Feint strike is basically what you can do with flails, where you basically just ignore the enemy shield completely. However, this can only be used if the spear is without a shield. So that's the reason why I'm using it in two hands. And it also allows you to apply a feinted debuff, and it depends on your and the enemy's agility. Obviously my agility is insane, so it usually does apply a feint. And then we have powerful thrust here, which has a lower chance to hit but a higher chance to bypass armor, and this is increased by weapon skill and agility. So the reason why obviously this is great is because this basically just counters pretty much anything. Now, the one thing that I don't have is a secondary weapon to take advantage of spear throw, because as you can see, powerful throw that can destroy shields, break armor, and deal tremendous damage. Hit chance depends upon agility and fatigue. Damage is amplified by weapon's weight and, you know, strength required, and player's strength. So here's the thing, you cannot throw your spear unless you have a backup weapon, so that's just something to bear in mind. And then obviously we have the spear thrust, which is just the normal attack. But yeah, so as you can see, I literally have a 100% chance to hit with this, so I'm just going to go for the head here, and he's critically hit, he's dead. That's it. Insta-kill. Insta-kill. I don't even have to. What's really funny about this weapon as well is that as long as I critically hit, I don't even have to hit hard. That's what's so funny. I can just critically hit no matter what, and it will just kill them. And that's what is really, really very impressive. So I can just go for the limbs as well if I want to. You know, you can just go for the limbs. You can go for any of these things here. As long as you can get through the shield, which is exactly what I'm doing, we can just do that. And obviously I do have a pretty, I'm going to say it right now, I have a pretty low critical chance, which I am not a big fan of, actually. I actually find it kind of annoying that there aren't any, shall we say, better trinkets for critical hits. Because right now, the only things that I have available, I'm just going to go for the neck now. The only things that I have available are what I'm wearing, and obviously there is a trinket that does increase your critical chance dependent on your HP. And obviously that's good. I mean, you know, that is no doubt going to be good. However, you do have to take damage for that to be effective. And that's something that I obviously don't want to do if you can help it. You know, if you can help it, you do not want to take damage. However, here we go. Now we are going to have Eva attack us, and we are going to be sparing? Are we going to spare him? No, we're not going to spare him this time, are we? No, we're not going to spare him. We're going to kill him. We're going to kill him this time, because otherwise we're going to go through to the French mercenary route. That's what's happened to me multiple times before, so we're not going to get the best trinket in the game, the 1 HP per turn trinket, because... no, I'm just kidding, Okay, so anyway, we're going to kill him. Our virtue is going to go absolutely in the dumps here. Yep, virtue decreased by 50, which is pretty insane. But that is just how it goes, unfortunately. That is literally just how it goes. I cannot do anything about that. There we go. Cecilia, obviously, she's absolutely loving us still. And I've actually done this with my polearm here. I have I've taken the lower stamina consumption, increased chance to bypass enemy armor. Probably don't even need that, actually. And increased chance of inflicting an injury by 5%, and increased chance of critical strike by 3% as well. Now, I'm not entirely sure if there's something you can do to actually increase your critical chance otherwise, because I don't know whether any of these things actually change your critical chance. Is there a stat that increases your critical chance? It doesn't seem like it. So that's obviously a bit of a problem, isn't it? Yeah. That is a huge issue, actually, because that means that you have to rely on your trinkets. So, for example, you've got this, which increases critical chance by 5%, then you've got this, increases critical chance by 5%, and then you have the talent that gives you 3%. So technically, I have a 13% chance to critically hit, which I gotta say right now, I personally feel is pretty awful. I think that's actually really, really bad, and I was kind of hoping that I'd be able to get something a bit better than that. But yeah, I looked through the trinkets, as you saw, and it was, well, not great. So that's a bit of an issue, isn't it? Anyway, I want to get an axe, but I don't want to get the horseman's axe. I want to get some other kind of axe, but oh well, never mind. Okay, is there anything else that I need to do here? Do I need to repair any armor or something like that? I don't think so, right? No, I don't think so. Okay, so let me see. No, we're all fine here. I can train a little bit, which I think would probably be useful. There we go. Wine, very nice. Visit the bathhouse, and yeah, basically what we can do now is we can just literally train all this stuff up massively. Look at my strength right now, it's crazy. And then we can just literally get, I think I'm probably just going to do vitality here. There we go, because that is actually going to increase my strength as well, which is going to be very important. Let's go for a little bit more coordination. I'm going to use gamble here because I don't really want to take any injuries before we go into the next area. Alright, so the death of Desroches by your sword, and so on and so on and so forth, and hopefully we're going to see... Yeah, Bartholomew. Oh yeah, I actually did do one of his additional quests. I actually did the quest where basically he went out with a girl. You know that quest. And I gave him a belt and a necklace and all that stuff that he needed to, you know, impress her or whatever. And what was actually really, really cool about that is that I did it. I managed to succeed. I actually went to go and speak to him after the fact, and he said that he robbed her, basically. He said he robbed her family, pretty much, because her father is apparently rich and so on and so forth. So... yeah, there's that. So that's basically what happened with that. Anyway, we're just going to equip this, and then we're just going to proceed, and here we go. All right, so who do we have? Inexperienced knights. Okay, yeah, so I'm obviously a little bit damaged here, and I am a little bit fatigued. I don't have the ring, by the way, this time around. The ring that actually makes it super, super easy for me to recover my fatigue. But that doesn't really matter too much. As you can quite clearly tell, we are absolutely fine. And, yeah, I can basically just hit wherever, and these guys are going to die pretty easily. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of time here just to use respite, because I'm a bit worried if there's going to be a boss or something like that. Oh, throat cut from my friend there. Okay, yeah, he might have a problem. Okay, yeah, we might have to do something about that. This guy's got a shield, so unfortunately I will have to attack the limbs. Yeah. Oh, arm muscles cut. Nice, nice. Very good. Okay, so he's basically going to not really be able to do too much here. Nice. Dead. You see what I mean? Critical strike. You could basically just go for limbs over and over and over again. And as long as you're going for the limbs, you will inevitably get some injuries and indeed get a critical strike. And if you get a critical strike, boom, it's just going to die. The enemy is just going to die. I could indeed equip this as well. This is obviously one of the best trinkets ever for, you know, torture mask and and defeating bosses and things like that. But obviously for me right now, I actually don't know whether I should even change my trinkets, because changing my trinkets is going to result in me losing significant chance to critically strike, and that's my main deal, right? That's my main purpose in life, to literally do that. So that's a bit of an issue, isn't it? Anyway, let's go for the neck on this guy. Nice hit, not too bad. He did manage to partially block it, surprisingly enough. Let's go for the neck again. He's bleeding. Do we have a significant bleed on him? Not really. He's not going to die from that bleed, I don't think. He might, actually. He might. Yeah, okay. So we're just going to do this instead. Nice. He's bleeding too. I think we have extra damage from bleeds, actually. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, we do. We have extra damage from bleeds from one of our trinkets. So that's quite nice. Okay, so let's go for Faint Strike once again. There we go. Nice. And basically what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to recover a little bit here. And I'm going to use Respite. Because this guy, while he does have a crossbow, which is very annoying to deal with, I would like to recover some of my fatigue. I have 15 fatigue recovery every single time we use Respite, which is insane. I am not used to having such a large amount of fatigue recovery, especially considering, you know, I've spent the last however many episodes in the blasting desert. Yes. As you can tell, I'm not a big fan of the desert, even though it's actually a pretty fun... it is a pretty fun mechanic, all things considered. You know, yeah, sure, it's punishing, and it's pretty hard to deal with initially, but once you kind of figure out how it works, it's not so bad. But yeah, it is kind of harsh sometimes. But anyway, let's just take all of this loot. Thank you very much. Here we are. Very nice. And we're going to fight on. We're going to fight on. There we go. Virtue increased, reputation increased with the soldiers and everything. Everyone loves us. It's great, apart from Eva. She hates us. And we are otherwise probably going to equip the Scale Gorget. Why not? I've been actually waiting for that this entire time. I haven't been able to find any good neck armor, so it's quite funny. Anyway, let's just do some damage to this guy. He's going to die almost instantly. Throat cut. Nice. Absolutely perfect. That is really, really good. This guy is attempting to also do some pretty massive damage to us, so I'm not a big fan of that with his shield bash. Is there another one that's going to come up? Probably, so let me just recover a bit. Don't really want to suffer too much at the hands of this guy. And bear in mind, by the way, that our stamina costs for the spear are surprisingly low in comparison to what you might expect a two-handed wielding weapon to be, because obviously it can be used with a shield. That's one of the things that I thought was actually really cool about it, because you can inherently, obviously use it with a shield if you want to, but you can just basically spam attacks with this without really suffering too much, because it does have such a low stamina cost, especially if you take the stamina reducing things. It does make a huge difference. So anyway, we'll go for this. Medicine. Yeah, there's just a bunch of stuff here, nothing too dramatic. And there you go. All right. One of them smashes right into your chest, knocking you unconscious, vitality reduced. Okay, so we are going to be captured, of course. However, they are going to prestige success me, and 400. Yep, going to pay that. There we are, and now we're back. Wonderful. And now what we're going to do is we're going to get the Earl coming to us. The Earl is going to come to us. I'm almost 100% certain that he's going to come to us. And hopefully he will, at least. Because I am actually kind of a bit worried now, because every single time we get to this point, I'm going to agree here. There we go. All right. There we are. Yeah. he didn't manage to get rich through his military campaign, and you promised to meet again. I did manage to save him this time because I know that in a previous playthrough he actually ended up dying because I forgot to give him all the medicine and stuff. But this time, no, I didn't forget. Okay, so yeah. Otherwise, we're just gonna skip here, and here we go. Now we are in Castle Dartford, so the nobility route is now ours once again. I'm impressed. I'm gonna say impressed. Yes. And then we could just skip all of this. We've gone through all of this before, and if you haven't seen this, I'd recommend looking back in the series, and then you'll see. Okay, so we're just going to continue increasing my axe skill here. I have some talents. What do I want to go for? Well, I actually have very little clue about what I should do here. I'm thinking I'll probably just take Marauder, but it's not really that useful. All things considered, it isn't really that useful. So I'm thinking right now... Marauder, there you go. Yes, the most useful thing ever. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, let's go into the trade screen, sell the Warhammer, sell this. Is this actually that good? I think it might be kind of useful, so maybe I'll keep it for a little bit. Sell the rest, though. Knight's Last Hope, isn't that? Yeah, that's the coup de grace thing. Ooh, yeah, I don't have any sword skill, though, so I'm probably not going to use that this time, but that is a pretty cool weapon. And yeah, I'm gonna buy this poison here. I do actually have a little bit of poison in my inventory, because I was kind of a bit worried that if we were going to fight against, you know, for example, let's say we were fighting against Roger or fighting against the Goliath or something like that, that we would maybe need something to kind of push us over, you know, and get us the victory. You know, that was my main concern at the very least. Anyway, how are we otherwise doing? Are we doing okay? Let's take a look at my my rest. How am I? Oh yeah, I'm absolutely fine. Oh yes, I am absolutely fine on that. Okay, so that's great. And otherwise, we can just basically level ourselves up even further now. So let me actually just see. Do we have a quest? Yes. Okay. You are to convince the Count to lend his forces to your cause. Okay, yeah, so in other words, we need to go to Greenwich, and I'm thinking he probably wants me to go to Greenwich relatively quickly, right? So I'm going to go there straight away, I suppose. Okay, yeah, so this is Alyssa, obviously, and she's going to... I'm going to twist the tail to make ourselves look more heroic. We did actually achieve a perfect relationship with Alyssa in a previous episode, so I'm pretty happy with that, and we don't really have to worry about that if we do end up going to... you know, the other guy, the other fella. Okay, stop bandits from pillaging, and so we can easily do that. As you can see, 2 random encounters here, and I guess I might as well. Let's do it. There we go. Let's go for it. And yeah, I'm actually really pleased that we were able to get back on the nobility route, because it means that we don't have to end in the desert this time, and we don't have to worry about the the wonderful fatigue mechanic. Okay, so these guys, are they serious right now with these guys actually attacking us right here? Because these guys are just gonna die instantly, as you could quite clearly tell. This is very funny. Yeah, there we go. Ah, you damaged my armor. Of course you did, you absolute imbecile. Ah, not a big fan of you, sir. There we are. Yeah, we're able to do 44 damage with our powerful thrust on the neck. There you go, that's it. Nice and easy, nice and easy. And we're able to get some pretty decent gear here. What about that Marauder's axe, actually? Is that good? Not so good, not so good. Alright. I mean, generally, it's okay. Don't get me wrong, it's okay. But it's not something that I'm going to be like, oh yes, I must get this thing, you know? Because the problem with it, and we're going to actually be buying the field surgical kit, because yeah, we had some issues with injuries in the previous time that we were in the desert, and obviously we had some issues using the proper attack. Don't remind me, that was terrible. Yeah, absolutely awful. Can't believe I did that, actually. I really cannot believe it. Anyway, let's just see what I can do here. Just gonna craft some things. There we are. Gonna go and sell some stuff. I guess we could just sell this. Marauder's axe, I'm not gonna keep it, even though it could split shields, which is pretty good, but I'm not gonna do that. There we go. Nice. Okay, so we can just sell this. Don't even need money, actually, all things considered. I don't even need money. And what's this? Yeah, that has a splitting shield attack, but I really like my current my current weapons, so I'm pretty happy with that. I think I might actually buy the greaves. Yeah. Why not? Why not? Let's buy the greaves. I mean, they're not amazingly better, but they are better, and that's all that I really care about here. So you know, why not? And we have some more ale here. This is actually a time when the beer mug would actually be really good, but yeah, I unfortunately do not have that at the moment. Okay, so let's actually just place this stuff in here. The loot could be useful at some point. Gonna keep that on me, sell this, not sell it, but you know, swap it out. And we'll just equip this. Not gonna apply it right now, just in case. Can I, okay, so I have to keep that in my inventory, interesting. Yeah, I obviously do have this for the prestige bonus, and I'm actually just gonna unequip this and go to repair it real fast. There we go, nice. And then we can put it back on. Right, okay, so now we can just go into another random encounter. I am actually, wait a minute, did I rest? I don't think I rested. No, I didn't, but that doesn't really matter, as we know, because I basically just murder these guys really, really easily. So hopefully I'm not going to get absolutely murdered now, because I have maybe made a bit of a mistake here, who knows. There we go. I'm just trying to prevent them from using crossbows against me, basically. So I'm just trying to kill them as soon as possible. Yeah, this guy is going to be a bit annoying because he seems to have good armor, and that's going to be the main issue for us. Because obviously, if I'm using Faint Strike, this is the main weakness of this particular weapon, by the way. Because if I'm using Faint Strike, I'm not destroying the shield, right? I'm not destroying the shield, and instead I am going around the shield. However, when I use Powerful Thrust, I can completely negate armor, basically. Almost completely negate it, at least. And it is very effective. As you can see, once we hit with it, it's very effective. However, obviously, someone with a massive shield, it's gonna be pretty difficult, isn't it? Yes. So that's the weakness of the build at the moment that I have seen. Pretty obvious. And there we go. All right, so we did manage to complete that. And now we can actually go back and speak to her straight away. Let's just have a look. Okay, yeah, so I'm probably just going to train a little bit more here. Going to train some agility. Go to the bathhouse. Boom, there we go. And then we'll go back to Greenwich, and she's going to be super, super pleased. And then we're going to obviously have the ability to go and mess around with the sheriff. I'm not sure if I really want to do that, all things considered. It may be a better idea to actually just go and scavenge. I feel like that might be... Is that going to be more useful? I'm thinking maybe it's going to be more useful. I should probably sell first. Let's go and sell first at the very least. Antidote, gonna buy that just in case. You never know, you never know. Oh, more poison, there we go. I'm getting super lucky with poison for some reason. Not sure why. Okay, so let's sell all this. Sell that. And there we have it. Okay, what's this? This is exactly the same thing I'm using, basically. Yeah, winged spear. Yeah, okay. It's just a downgraded version of it, so I guess that's fine. All right, and yeah, okay. There isn't anything else here. I do want to try and see if I can maybe make a better torso piece, but obviously I can't really do that right now. So let's go to the sheriff. Obviously, we're going to pass the check here. Gonna do this. Poison the alcohol. I did not have the ability to do that the last time. I'm gonna say you would rather play by the rules. Virtue increased. I didn't know that you could poison the alcohol. Wow, that's hilarious. Okay, that's very cool. I literally had no idea that that was the case. That's really funny. Rummage through the bag. Yeah, I'll rummage through the bag. Because I want the antidotes and things like that. Virtue decreased by 25. Oh no, that is terrible. Okay, the carpet. There we are. You would like to continue your search. Okay, so I may have failed this time. Okay, He managed to see quite a lot. Doesn't seem all that surprised. Okay. Yes. There we go. Alright. Yeah, so that's absolutely fine. Obviously, we're going to get all of our things here, and this is basically just giving you some gear if you don't have the ability to get gear. And we can talk to Jeffrey if we want to. And then we're basically ready to duel the sheriff if we want to. Which, maybe it's a good idea, maybe it's not a good idea. I'm actually kind of surprised that we are not getting the event to go and... wait, didn't I need that sword? Dearie me, dearie me. I did it again, didn't I? Yes, yes, I have done it again. Okay, well, there's some chainmail here, which I wouldn't mind crafting with, so I guess that's good enough. Let's just re-roll a little bit here, because I'm going to assume I need that sword, because, yeah, I made a mistake. Yeah, I did make a mistake there. I should not have sold that. Okay, well, we found something here. This is a good enough sword. This is actually not even bad. What? This is not even bad. This is actually a really, really good sword. Look at that. It literally has the cripple ability, it has the weak spot ability, lower chance to hit but higher chance to bypass enemy armor, and swift stab, a swift attack from behind the shield that gives you a defense bonus. So it's really, really good when using a shield. Okay, I guess I'm gonna use that. Super funny, actually, that... oh, I did it again, didn't I? So funny. Okay, so let's actually have a look here. As you can see, this basically is pretty good, in my opinion. Gonna just make a backup set, because you never know when that is going to be useful. Gonna sheath this. Bear in mind that if I get rid of my spear, because I don't think my spear can be sheathed. No, it cannot. I'm just making sure, you know, I'm just making sure, because sometimes these things, you know, you need to be a little bit careful on that. So I'm being very, very cautious now, because the last time that I had a sheathed, you know, weapon and I had a two-handed, it did not go well. Let's just say that. Yeah, you remember, right? You remember. Okay, kill the sheriff in a duel. Okay, so basically, let me just see here real quick. I just want to see if they need to speak to me. Okay, they do need me to go and get the Sword of Justice. So basically, I can go and kill the sheriff first. Right? Or not? No, that takes precedence. So Lindisfarne takes precedence now? Okay, that's actually kind of weird. Why did that happen? Why did that disappear? Alright, well, first of all, I'm going to go and scavenge. Because I want to. Oh, you remember Eva and what you've done to her. Did you love her? Did you have a choice? Could things have turned out differently if not for this war, and if it weren't for someone's obsession with foolish orders, the execution of which ultimately proved to be pointless anyway? The past is a quiet lake, but linger in it too long and it will transform into a turbulent whirlpool, threatening to pull you into its depths until you drown. Repressing these thoughts, you continue on your way. Alright, actually really surprised that we had such an episode there. Alright, so yeah, anyway, give me the leather, give me the leather. Wow, so much poison. So much poison. I'm not going to be taking it. I cannot take it. I cannot take it. There we go. Temporary shelter. Unfortunately, we wasted some time. I'm going to leave the canteen here. There we go. I don't think I actually have enough virtue. I have 45. I don't think I have enough virtue to be able to make this work. Can I... How much time do I have? I don't think I have a lot of time. So this is a problem. Gonna have to train. Let's train a little bit. And then we are going to mortify the flesh. Yes. There we go. Very nice. Okay. This is expensive. Okay, this is expensive, but I'm doing this for virtue's sake more than anything else. Okay. Blood poisoning. Yeah, very annoying. And I'm getting worried now. I'm getting worried. I have 50 virtue. That is not enough. Is there something? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I might be able to do something here. I might be able to do something really, really cool. We might be able to go in to the trade screen and actually buy something that gives us virtue. Is there something that does that? I know the necklaces might, the gold necklaces and things. So maybe we could use that. Oh dear. Yeah. We're gonna have some issues here, friends. We're gonna have some issues here. This is not gonna work out too well. Ah, here we go. Yes, this gives me virtue, +5. That's not really good enough. That's not really good enough in my opinion. Gonna buy it though. I don't really care about those. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, this is not gonna work out too well in my opinion. Okay, so it prolongs the bleeding. Virtue -10. This gives me virtue -10. Okay, let's just unequip that real quick, and then we'll equip this. Do we have 65 now? Okay, 65 might be enough. I highly doubt it. I think you're probably going to need 75 or above, maybe even 80, 90, I don't know. You're going to need a lot, in my opinion, to be able to do this. But this is my best shot, basically, okay? This is my best shot. I don't really want to take longer, because it could run out of time. I have no idea whether I have enough time, actually, anyway. So, let's do it. Okay, here we go, here we go. Come on now, cross your fingers, cross your fingers. Okay, here we go. Wait. Okay, prestige success. Oh. Yeah, yes. Okay. Yes. No! Okay. So, that's unfortunate, isn't it? That's really, really bad. Okay, do I know who you are? Yeah, I guess. Sure. Let's agree. 3,000 florins. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna join them again. We're gonna join them again because I want to see what actually happens when we have a bit more experience. Because I have more experience now. I am less. Well, the last episode, the last episode's ending. Would prove, shall we say, beg to differ. It would definitely beg to differ. Okay, here we go. Yeah, we're going to be fighting the Goliath now. But here's the thing. I am a little bit smarter than I was. Maybe not that much smarter, but I am a little bit more experienced when it comes to this game. And hopefully, hopefully we're going to be okay. Anyway, I am actually unsure how I'm going to defeat Goliath here. I think the one thing I'm going to have to do. It doesn't have a shield, right? I don't think it has a shield. I think it just has that big flail. I think that's it. So all I'm going to need to do, technically, is just critically strike it once. And then it will die. But if it hits me, I'm dead. Yeah, as you can see, I can hit its limbs. There we go. Bleeding. Okay, that's funny. Yeah, yeah, we're going to have to be a little bit careful here as well, because I am winded. Why am I winded? Why am I winded? Did I do something wrong? I already did something wrong, didn't I? Okay. Let's just recover with a bit of wine. Yeah, just hang on a second, Goliath. I'm just going to chug a little bit of wine real fast. Yes. Okay, I've got 50% chance to hit this guy now. Critical strike, he's dead. Boom. You see what I mean? That is exactly what I'm talking about. The ring is insane. Yeah. And that's it. Boom, 3,000 florins. We've proven your skills, no argument there. Okay, yeah, so. Done. Now we're gonna fight. Now we're gonna fight some other people, I guess. Anyway, this is maybe not great, actually. Maybe I should have... Oh, no, I think we should be okay. Should be fine, should be fine. Yeah, so these are obviously captured soldiers. We've got to kill them because he wants to, you know... have us prove our loyalty, and this shouldn't be too bad. Unfortunately, they fainted me twice, which is very annoying, so I'm gonna have to recover quite a lot. There we go. Let's just kill this guy off real fast. Nice and easy. And then go for the neck. There we are. He's bleeding. And I think he's going to die from the bleed, actually. So I'm just going to respite a bunch. Yep, he's dead. And that's it. Easy. Very nice. Okay, and you see exactly what I'm talking about though when it comes to the critical, because if you're just able to hit even just a little bit, even if you have a 50% chance or whatever, there's always that possibility that you will land a critical. And I personally think that that is amazing. So that is really, really good. So yeah, there we are. Okay, so he's gonna need money. Obviously, he's gonna need money. He's going to turn 3 million into 30 million. Yes, that's generally what they tend to do, isn't it? Okay, so we now need to go and speak to Roger. There's the Colossus coming in, and yeah, there you go. We are now in a completely other direction, which I think is actually very cool. I like it. Okay, so I actually have no idea what to go for now. I guess I'll go for good manager, because I think we're going to get squad members now, aren't we? I think we're going to get squad members or something like that. Maybe. I actually don't know. Let's go and speak to Roger and see what he has to say. And you know what's funny? I want to play more of this, but I'm going to have to end it off in just a second. I'm going to ask him. Yeah, okay. We're going to do that. Let's build the squad. And I'm just going to recruit a bunch of people. I don't even know what to really go for here. I'm going to just probably go for relatively similar people to last time. And we're just going to go for the Impoverished Knight here. He's got Endurance. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that, actually. This guy is also not so good. Okay, I'm going to have to go for this. There we go. Crossbow? Weapon, two-handed axe? He's got a two-handed axe? That's so weird. This guy's got a spear. He might be good. Yeah, agility is always cool, but I'm also looking at their weapons, you know? I'm looking at their weapons as well. Guess I'll go for that guy. Man-at-Arms, I guess. There you go. Alright, so we got all of them. And no doubt whenever we go into a battle, hopefully they're going to be good. Hopefully they're not going to die immediately. And yeah, apart from that, I should probably just put this golden pendant in there. I think the plague mask could be useful for us, just in case we go into that place. You know, go into the toxic place. Is this actually good for me? Maybe not so good. Okay, yeah, well, I think that's going to be it. As I said, I would love to play more, but unfortunately, that is not to be today. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.